From the hollers and hills of West Virginia, it's Heavenly Hills Homestead with another episode. Stay tuned. Boom! All right, guys, what's going on today? So, we got some things we got to get done. We just had a humongous delivery. You guys will be seeing that video hopefully tonight as well. It shouldn't be too long of a video, just kind of going over some things that we received today. But we had to go out there and unload that truck and get it in. And you guys have probably seen the little trailer I made to it, or whatever you want to call it, the little short video talking about look at all this stuff in the back of my side-by-side. So we got to get that, but we have some daylight left. And so what we're wanting to do, we want to come in here. It's kind of dried up some in here. We want to sow more seed. All right, we got more rye and wheat that we're going to sow. Just going to sow a little bit more heavier than what I had done, just to ensure that we get good germination and that it does do its thing, right? Because I want to make sure that it grows, okay? I don't want to put it in here and then it not grow. So we're just coming in here and just kind of doing our thing. We'll throw some at y'all like that right there. How you like that? You like that? I'll throw some more at you, huh? What do you think about that? Anyhow, I'm just gonna throw some everywhere. Hopefully, drown out some of that weed junk back here in the back of the greenhouse back there. Kind of drown out some of that crap, that weed stuff I can't get rid of. I hope anyhow. And yeah, just kind of sowing it. We need good germination rate. We need this stuff to grow and really take off this year. Because if I want to be competitive, I want to grow the state record cantaloupe this year, and I want to grow the state record watermelon. And I can do that. Now, these right here are peas. I'm going to sow some of our sugar peas in here like this. I'm not going to sow a bunch of it. Don't want to waste it, but you just throw a few of them in here and there, and you know, kind of let it take off. It should do all right. And, you know, just peas will help, you know, nitrogen fixers and stuff, so that'll help in that way. And I got plenty, you guys can see how much I had here. So, you know, and we've thrown out a pretty good amount there now. Like I said, I just want to add some more, more things to it, just to help the soil out. But we can also eat. You can't eat rye. You can eat buckwheat, but I don't know how, so I'm not going to attempt it just yet. But we can eat peas, and I think we should be eating peas, and it's a good time to be planting and growing peas out here because, well, because the weather is good enough for it. So now we got that done. And all I'm going to do is break up these bigger clops of dirt. You know, they're dry enough that you can hit them with a hoe, and they just bust apart. Oh man, I forgot to put my daggone mic on. Let me get my mic on real quick, y'all. Okay, I think we're good to go now. So let me check everything. Get this thing to follow me again. Will you follow me? How about now? There we go. Got it following me. Y'all got to work with me while I'm learning all this new technology. All right, so back to what I was doing. Now I can talk with my camera, or my back to the camera, and I ain't got to worry about if you guys can hear me or not. So, again, we're just busting up these clumps, you know, and just getting them reincorporated back into the soil. And then we'll take the rake, kind of smooth it all out a little bit. Now, we ain't going to go real smooth, just enough to, make sure everything's good and covered, right? We don't want any issues there. So as soon as I get done with this, I'm going to put you guys on time lapse. And as soon as we get done doing this, I'll bring you back and we're going to talk about that raised bed over there and some of the ideas I've got for that thing. What do we got here? That's pretty interesting looking rock. Huh. Don't see many of those around here in this. So, all right. Ouch. Dag blame it, that hurts. It's the only bad thing about this. Me being short, I never hit my head on anything until I'm in this greenhouse, and then I bust my head off the rafter thing here constantly. Why? Well, because I'm short. All right, guys, so we got a few things in here. Of course, we got our Extreme Gardening Azos, Extreme Gardening Mycos, Previgenics Mobile Microbes Plus. We got a carrot here. We got a walking kale here. So we got this raised bed. This is a Birdie's raised bed from Epic Gardening. You guys can check that out at epicgardening.com. Be sure to go on epicgardening.com, click shop. All right, and go over there. And if you buy anything, you guys can put in discount code HHH, Triple H, all caps, Triple H, and you can save 5% on your order. So make sure you do that. Let me see here. So what we got right now is our Winslow and Ross stuff right now. And this is their transplanter right here. Of course, it's got a 10-year warranty on that transplanter. And then this is another form of transplanter. This is, let me see, doesn't have the exact name for it, but you just put it in there and like that. Remove the soil, put your pot in there, and then like that. All right, so anyhow, got that out here with us. We've got our rake, which we'll be needing to kind of rake in some more of this seed here and some more seed that we're going to plant. Then we got our weeder right here. Of course, I don't think we'll need the weeder right now, but well, we got it out here. And then we got our nice Winslow and Ross bag to put anything in that we might need. We'll, of course, put our tools back in it. But for now, we're just going to set our tools over here to the side, and we're going to talk about the raised bed and the plan for the raised bed. So what we're going to do, we got this walking kale, we got this carrot. This is a giant carrot. This right here is a Flaky 17. All right. Now, last year I grew some giant carrot seeds that came from my good friend Rick Jolivit, or Jolivit, up in Michigan, I think, or Wisconsin. Which one is it? Wisconsin or Michigan? I can't remember. I think maybe Wisconsin. So anyhow, we got those seeds. I grew those seeds, and it grew my biggest carrot. It did, but it ended up getting the center rot disease, the hollow center rot disease, and so I ended up losing that carrot. And it was probably, I know it weighed 4 pounds and something, like 4.5 or 4.8, something like that. Anyhow, a big carrot, and it was well on its way. It was a state record, but you couldn't count it because it was rotted. So anyhow, that one failed and went down on me. And then I had several other ones that just did not get there. And then I did finally get one that did get there, thank God. But that was not a Flaky. That was a Houghton. But the Flackies did well. They did do good. I had Flaky 17, Flaky 18. Those came from Germany. Or a guy from Germany that grew them. That's where they came from. Now, I don't know exactly where the seed was grown. It kind of seems like it might have been grown in England. But nevertheless, it did come from across the pond, and we got it over here. And we grew the 18 and the 17 last year. And they grew really, really well. They did. But they were in between. In fact, that one over there that's in that corner, that giant carrot over there, that is a Flaky 17, if I'm not mistaken. It might be an 18, but I'm pretty sure that's a 17, because the 18s were really, really close to the ones that I got off of Rick. All right. And I mean, really doing good. The Houghtons ended up being the one that I got the state record with. They were a little slower growing, but I also planted them way, way later, like 2 months later. So everything else got in the ground in like April or something like that, around April time frame, maybe early May, that I got all the rest of those carrots in the ground. And I didn't plant those carrots in that trash can until like mm, July or something like that. It was a long time. I'd have to go back and look at the videos, but it was very, very long time in between there. So they had less time to really grow because they were still in water bottles and containers like these. So anyhow, I have a lot of faith in the Flaky, and I think it's good enough growing season or good enough weather, whatever you want to call it right now, that I can get away with growing something really nice in here and beat the heat. So this is January the 30th, 2023. I'll plant this in here. Now, this should give me, now this is already like a 2-month old plant. I'm thinking somewhere around in there. But this should give me a lot longer. So I would have January, February, March, April, May, and June. That's 6 months I've got to grow this before the extreme heat gets here, because it don't really start to get extreme heat until about June 15th to June 30th. Somewhere in there, it starts to warm up, and I mean really warm up. And so I've got plenty of time to grow this, and it likes cold weather. So it's cool. It's cold at night. We've got the grow lights, and I'm thinking I've already got one in the house that God only knows how big it is. It is a massive carrot plant. The top is huge. I don't know what's underneath. It has not started pushing up yet. And usually they push up when they start getting, you know, compacted in the bottoms, right? So it hasn't started pushing up yet. So I'm kind of happy about that, because that is a 4 foot tall garden bed that it's growing in. So I mean, it could, and it comes apart. That's the reason why I grew it in there. And so when it comes time, say I don't know, April, May, somewhere around there, when I want to plant carrots out here in my raised bed that's up here in the front yard, or in maybe some of these raised beds. Now, I told y'all I didn't really want to grow carrots in these because I think you have to have, I think you need more depth. So I think I need a taller one to grow a bigger, better carrot. I'll get that later down the road. This is simply just to test things out. I want to see what the Flaky 17 does. I want to kind of play around with it, and because I got some more of those seeds, and I want to see how well they do in this raised bed. That one over there, of course, is a year old, so it's not done growing, but it's not growing much. But I can get the seeds off of it, and the seeds will be great. That'll be a good thing to have. That's why I transplanted it and done what I done. But this has got potential, so I want to grow that. Um, the walking kale, I just want to play around with it and see what it does. I'm going to plant like 2 or 3 rows right here in the center for the peas, and we're going to skip a spot right in the dead center. We're going to grow here, and then come here and grow, skip, grow, and then grow here. And all that's for is to give me room for a giant cabbage to go there. The walking kale I'm going to plant right here in the front there, because that'll give me enough room that I can actually attach it to the first runner. And then as it keeps growing, I'll just keep attaching it to the runners. And we're going to see if we can't grow it from here to the other side of the greenhouse, because if we can, that's pretty cool. So without further ado, I just wanted to kind of give y'all the rundown on everything, on why I wanted to do what I'm doing. All right, so there's this. We got that pulled out. I don't think I should add any more, but what I am going to do is I'm going to put some azos down in the hole. Not a lot, not a lot. Don't want to put too much in there. I'm going to put just the right amount. It's not a lot. See, just coat the hole in there like so. And then we're going to put some mycorrhiza in there. Do the same thing. All right, and then a little bit of this Mobile Microbes Plus from Previgenics. There's that. All right, so I'm take this. I'm going to try to salvage it if I can, because I do believe it's might be able to use it again. And you can see there we got lots of nice roots. Well, y'all can see that. I really need to show you. See all those nice roots there? Nice set. They've not got root bound yet. All right. We're just going to come in here and set it right down in the hole, just like so. and then just come up underneath and push it down. There we go. Cover it up with the little bit that's left there. Keep it away from the center of the plant, just like so. So there is that. Now, the walking kale, exact same thing. Come over here, punch a hole, lift it, set it out. Azos, like so. Like that. There's that. All right. That right there is just a little too deep. So we have to fill it in just a little bit. Set that down in there like so. All right. There we go. Okay. Right. There's that. All right. Now, got those two planted. Now, we're going to plant some peas. All I'm going to do is I'm going to take this little tool right here. I'm going to reach up here. I'm just going to make a little furrow, just like so. Just scooting the dirt out, just like that. And I'm going to here is going to be one, just like this. And then come up here and put another one. Now the peas, again, they're going to give nitrogen to the plants that are going to be here. So that'll be helpful. That's why we're planting the peas, just to kind of help with the nitrogen and to have something to snack on, because we love snacking on peas. They're really favored around here for the kids. So, and we've got some growing inside in our 5-gallon challenge, but we want to see, obviously they're not going to be enough in that to really eat a ton. So, all right, now take your dirt, rake it back and forth here. Get you in there like so. Some of them ain't exactly deep enough. You can make them deeper. All right, there's that. All right. There we go. Now, fluff it back up here. All right. So, I do have some cabbages growing inside, but I kind of want to see how well they'll do if I just plant them direct seed right here in this raised bed, because I'm curious about that, right? So that's going to be the next thing we're going to do. We're going to get some of these um, giant cabbages, and we're going to plant them in the center there. And we're going to plant a few of them in a circle right there. And we're just going to see which one ends up being the better one. Of course, we'll keep the best one, and we will get rid of the other ones that are not as good, and everything. So just put that back there. Okay, so let's see here. The giant Sphoro cabbage here. Where you at? And I got some other things that we'll plant a little bit later. So, there it is right there. All right. I don't know how well they'll do, but we're going to try out a couple of them here just to see. Let me see here. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. And just lightly cover. Just like that. All right, so there's the Sapporo Giant number 4. You guys can see that there. It's a huge cabbage. So we'll see how well it does. And then, like I say, I got tons of other things inside growing that we'll slowly bring out here and try to get to grow before it gets too hot in here. So I really think this is going to be the key to growing something truly massive. It's going to come out of this greenhouse probably early in the season. I may even have to put fans in here or something and figure something else out for it. But I really believe that this is going to produce something really, really big. So, guys, this is going to be it for today. I'm going to go and shoot some more video of our extreme gardening Mycos and Azos stuff that we've gotten. And we'll get this all watered in tomorrow. So, guys, go check out Winslow and Ross. You guys can go and see their full lineup. WinslowandRoss.com. You're going to love their full lineup. They got water ends, for sprayers, so you can water your garden with those. They've got all these products and some more. They've got pruners, bypass pruners, the ratchet pruners, twine, tie, all kinds of different ties and stuff to tie up your stuff. Tons of different things. These bags, which I love these bags. I can't say enough. This stuff is like really, really, really durable. Burlap like kind of. It's not burlap, but it's kind of got the feel of burlap, and it's really, really nice. So I mean, you just take and you can put your tools in here, keep them nice and safe, right? Or you can put your produce in there. You go out to the garden and put your produce in there. You put seeds in there when you're sowing seeds. All right, put them on there and tie them to your side and walk around and sow your seed. So, guys, we're going to get on out of here. We got a lot of stuff to get done tonight. I got a video on strawberries that I need to shoot. I got a video on the extreme gardening stuff that I got to shoot. Plus, we just did this right here. So, yeah, lots of stuff. We stay busy around here. But, guys, it's all for you because you guys are eating the content up, and I love it, and I thank you for that. You guys are really a big help to everything we do here on the homestead. So, we're going to get out of here. All right, and folks, we appreciate you watching. We'll see you tomorrow right here in the hollers and hills of West Virginia. Peace.
Don't forget to smash that like button, that notification bell. Don't get the
Good job. Here you go. Thank you.
Don't get the
Don't forget to share. Yep. There you go. Good job. and subscribe.